What is the Dharma? Although Buddhists often refer to the Buddha's teachings as the Dharma, this Pali word actually means universal truth or natural truth. The Buddha said that the Dharma exists whether there is or isn't a Buddha to discover it. Even the Hindus use the word Dharma, so it cannot be said that the Dharma is exclusively the Buddha's teachings. However, it can be said that the Buddha taught the Dharma, meaning the Buddha taught universal or natural truth. How can you recognize the true Dharma? According to the Buddha, the true Dharma possesses certain qualities. Once you see them, you can know for yourself that they are the true Dharma. So what are these qualities of the true Dharma? Firstly, the true Dharma is good in the beginning, good in the middle, and good in the end. When one practices the Dharma, one gets benefits from the beginning of practice as a beginner. One continues to benefit from this practice as one becomes more adept at it. The highest benefit of this practice culminates in enlightenment, in the ending of sufferings. The true Dharma is also good in the past, good in the present, and good in the future. It is timeless. It withstands the test of time. The true Dharma also withstands the test of space. It is true not just in the human plane, but also in any of the 31 planes of existence. It is also true and good to all life, meaning it is beneficial not just to the practitioner, but to all other living beings as well. Secondly, the true Dharma, when practiced, leads to the reduction of greed, hatred, and delusion. These are the criteria for measuring goodness. The true Dharma is good because, when practiced, it leads to the reduction of greed, hatred, and delusion. These are also the qualities of wholesome and skillful practices. In other words, behaviors, speeches, and thoughts are considered wholesome and skillful only when they lead to the decrease of greed, hatred, and delusion, or the increase of non-greed, non-hatred, and non-delusion. Thirdly, the true Dharma, when practiced, leads to these outcomes, as found in Gotami Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya 8.53. 1. It leads to dispassion, not to passion. 2. It leads to being unfettered, not to being fettered. 3. It leads to shedding, not to accumulating. 4. It leads to modesty, not to self-aggrandizement. 5. It leads to contentment, not to discontent. 6. It leads to seclusion, not to entanglement. 7. It leads to aroused persistence, not to laziness. And 8. It leads to being unburdensome, not to being burdensome. Lastly, the true Dharma, according to the Kalama Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya 3.65, when practiced, is skillful, blameless, and praised by the wise. In addition, when adopted and carried out, it leads to the welfare and happiness of all. It is not just good for oneself and not for others. In short, the true Dharma is good throughout one's practice. It is also good in time, good in space, and good for all sentient beings. Finally, when practiced, the true Dharma leads to the reduction of greed, hatred, and delusion, and the increase of non-attachment, non-ill will, and wisdom. These are the qualities of the true Dharma.